it. Oh, right, because I like to show my desktop before it actually starts the game. Oh, what? Oh, wait, it's probably... Okay, that's why it's doing it. Man, it's ScumVM. ScumVM is weird. Whenever I have a scene that involves ScumVM just on my list of sources, even if it's not active at the moment, it messes with this game, specifically. I don't know why it does that. It's weird. I was thinking it was just Kyrandia that did it, but since I've started Broken Sword, and Broken Sword is using ScumVM, it's doing the same thing. That's funny. At least I know it's how to fix it. All I gotta do is just set that scene as invisible, and then it works fine. Alright. Let's get my Twitch app going. There it is. Oh boy. Oh. I'm excited. I'm very happy about this game. Just that this game exists in general. I've enjoyed it so much. And I'm a little sad that I'll be finishing it up tonight, or so I assume. We don't have much left to go. Because when we left off last week... By the way, good evening everyone, welcome to Backlog Day, where I'm playing Arcade Spirits. We left off last week just about to head into the final confrontation with our good friend, Sue. And we're currently in the middle of talking to all of our friends, most of which we've seen before, so I'll probably be skipping through most of this stuff. Hey, Max. Right, so so last time we did the gutsy route, so this time we're doing the goofy route, or sorry, not goofy, quirky route. And so I'm curious what the final confrontation is going to look like on the if I take a quirky approach. The gotchi route? No. I don't even know what that would be. Right. I find Gavin looming large over the arcade floor behind the ticket desk. Seems he was expecting me. So, our complications have developed complications. Seems to be the case. And you'd like my advice on the matter. Seems to be the case. Be clear with Sue. Be honest. Be ready to rise to whatever challenge she poses to you.
Perhaps.
If you let her make the first move, you can counter-move through improvisation. I know you're talented at it. Use that talent to let her set up her own traps and step in them. Treat her with respect, but in the end, she's just a kid. You can outthink a teenager, I'd like to believe.
Take this matter seriously.
If you take the situation seriously and approach with a clear mind, I've no doubt you'll win the day. Agreed? No way! I refuse! I'm not sure about that. I'll consider other options. I don't know if taking a high-minded intellectual approach is going to work with Sue. I'll consider it, but maybe, maybe not. As you like. I'm sure you'll think of something. You know, when you first came to the Funplex, I had serious doubts about you. I'd assumed you'd just fill a seat and do the low-level labor while I focused on higher-order management tasks. So I've largely kept my distance, or tried to at least, out of professional respect. But I can't help but have come to know you over the time we've spent together. You're not a minimum wage trainee any longer. You've taken an opportunity and run with it, developing not only the Funplex, but a whole new arcade as well. I know we're facing a difficult challenge. I'm not going to blindly assume everything will be just fine either.
Certainly.
But I know that if this is possible, if we can stave off bankruptcy, you will be capable of doing it. And if not, I can always sell my vital organs. Look on the bright side. If we beat Deco, I won't have to sell my kidneys to strangers on the internet so we can make payroll. Yes, well, I suppose that can technically be considered a bright side. All that remains is for me to wish you the best in your efforts tonight. Do Arcady McArcade Face proud. I forgot we called it that. Do us all proud. And somehow the thought of Gavin saying it is just even funnier. We're all counting on you, Naomi especially. I swore to protect her dream once, even if I've been inadequate at the task, unable to truly understand her heart. I hope she can forgive me for my earlier mistakes now that we're all pulling together for Arcady McArcade Face. I must admit a fondness. Have you told her that? Well, no, but perhaps I should. God, look at his blushing face, he's adorable. Not that I mean to distract you, as you were. Who else do I want to talk to before we leave? Naomi! Naomi would be in her workshop, no doubt. I should check in with her, see how she feels about all this. Looks like she's happily tinkering with some old 1980 Bleep arcade circuit board. Hey, Naomi. Hey, Sky, good to see you. I remember when I first met her, she'd jump in surprise if I approached her like this. Seems those days are over. Now I'm greeted with a warm smile. Listen, I'm heading out to talk to Sue soon, so I just wanted to talk a bit before I go.
Yeah!
I'm sure you'll do great. In all the time I've known you, you've been terrific with people. Better than I've ever been, at least. If anybody can sway her to our side, it's you. I mean, look at all this. She gestures, arms wide, to her surroundings. What, your workshop? No, I mean Arcady McArcade Face itself. Look at everything you've built. And how'd you do it? By talking to people, helping them understand your dream. You get what I mean, right? By being who you are, you can make miracles happen. You can make miracles happen. Stress that weird. Yes! Soon I will unseat Deco as master of the arcade world! Ha 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 ha! Oh wait, we already said that one, actually.
Objection.
Okay, yeah. We actually saw that one already. Let's do this one. I'm just me, Naomi. An ordinary person with a big heart. Naomi, I'm just me. Little old me. I've got a big heart and I wear it on my sleeve, but it's up to others to decide if they want to do the same and join me. So far, it's worked out okay, but tonight, I don't know. Maybe I'm not up to this. Tonight, Sue will see your heart and know you're in the right while her father's in the wrong. Don't be so humble that you downplay your own accomplishments, Sky. I know what it's like to cut yourself down a peg, scared of being too proud. It's easy to fall into that trap. So when I say you're a great person, take the compliment. Okay then. So how do you think I should approach Sue? Well, if it was me, I'm not happy with how they ruined our opening day. Honestly, I'm downright miffed about it. I'd probably go at him like a fireball because I'm downright fierce. I still love that joke. But I know that probably wouldn't work. Taking the high road is the better path. You've got a steep hill to climb here, making her flip on not only a partner in crime, but on her family. So you're going to have to try to understand her heart. She kept saying she likes our arcade. Play into that. Be kind, understanding, and empathetic. Okay, I'll consider playing nice. Challenging her ego and insulting her is definitely not going to work. Playing nice makes sense. You're right. I'll consider it. Believe me, I kind of want to kick her teeth in. But I know that's wrong. Even if we're never friends, we have to at least try to understand her. I better get back to work. These replacement ROMs aren't going to suck at themselves. Even if the arcade ends up closing down. I'm deciding to be optimistic. You can do it, Sky. Best of luck. Oh, hey, mind if I ask your opinion on something? Sure, what's up? What do you think of Gavin? Like, I mean, I know he's a money-grubbing, prize game-loving stick in the mud, but... Well, ever since Arcady McArcade Face and all of us working together, I don't know, maybe he's softened up a bit. I think you're a good influence on him. Do you think he'd be the kind of person to put old arguments aside and, like, No, we've got to stay focused. We need to save the arcade. Forget I brought it up. After offering a brief hug of support, Naomi returns to her work. I'm really curious how that scene plays out if you're romancing Naomi or Gavin. Who else do I want to talk to? Percy. I think I spot Percy at the bar. Yep, there he is, having a beer and watching some fighting game tourney on the sports channel.
Hello.
Ah, Sky, you've heard the news then? That our archenemy is the father of our secondary archenemy? Yep.
Rather unfortunate.
Unpleasant business, that. Simply unpleasant. I wish I could offer you boundless enthusiasm and a show of confidence, but this whole situation has gotten rather out of hand, hasn't it? As a matter of investment, my advice at this stage would be to cash out while you still can. I mean, I know that you won't, but that's what I'd suggest. Life is short, take it from me. Best to make the most of what you have than to lose it all. So, apologies for my inability to offer a pep talk. Afraid I'm rather melancholy today. It's okay, Percy. I'll take care of this little problem we're facing. And then I'll hold out hope. I'm not certain as to how you'll do this, but I'll hold out hope nevertheless. Well, how would you do it, if you were willing to give it a go? Tricky. I don't know how effective it would be, but I'd try to approach as a friend. Connect with Sue on an individual level. It's going to be difficult, mind you. She's young, she's got something to prove, she has friends she needs to impress. Digging through all of that to get to her heart, well... To get to her heart... I said that weird again. You've got your work cut out for you, yes? Won't be easy, but I think I could do it. I've been considering taking a gentler approach, yeah. Thanks for the advice, Percy. Anytime, love. No matter what, if this turns violent again, you should take the better part of valor and run for it. You've got your youth and your health. Take it from someone sitting in the Reaper's waiting room. There's no sense hastening that meeting. He always seems to joke about his own short lifespan, even if he's the only one who seems capable of laughing at it. Maybe I should really try to talk to him about this. Look, Percy, about your condition... Can I donate my heart? If so, I'll go get a pocket knife and sort this out. You know, if you need a new ticker, I can always tear mine out of my chest and give it to you. I'm supposedly already dead for considering confronting Sue, after all. I know you've said time and time again that there's nothing you can do about your death sentence, but seriously, dude, nothing? Nothing at all? He does seem to chuckle a bit at my suggestion, but when I push him hard on his options, he pauses before replying.
Well...
I suppose it's not like no stone's gone unturned. There are some options. I just don't see the point of taking them. It seems a waste. I'm not all that you seem to think I am. Not compared to... So you're saying there are options that could save you? Could. Maybe. Possibly. And I may consider them, perhaps. But our focus tonight should be on you, not me. Don't let my situation weigh on your mind, not at this critical moment. I'll hear no more of it, understand? Fine.
Lovely.
Now, go out there and do right by your friends. Save Arcady McArcadeface. I've decided to hold out hope after all. Lovely, isn't it? He was like comparing himself to his sister. Like she's worth it and he isn't. Come on, Percy. Get out of that. Don't you dare start thinking like that. Who else? Only one left, Juniper. Juniper's having some lemonade at the bar. Granted, she sort of hates sipping it, clearly looking frustrated.
Come on.
This whole situation is total poop butts. She lets out a heavy sigh as I
That
approach.
sucks.
You just dug yourself out of the hole your life had become, and now you're gonna lose another arcade? It sucks. Seriously sucks. Arcady McArcadeface isn't lost yet. But it's not like you have a total plan for how to save it yet, right? Other than go talk to someone who may or may not help. Honestly, that's about as much of a plan as I ever have. And right now, it's as good of a plan as we're going to get. If you were going in my place, how would you handle this? Well, I guess there's two tricks I'd try. One, she's a teenager, right? A rebel to the core. Be a rebel, a dissident, a class clown. Connect with her on that level and make her feel you're wild too. Two, she's a teenager, right? I remember being young and totally stupid. Let her make a mistake, then outthink her. Keeping calm and using that to react to her moves. I guess they're wildly different ideas, but hey, one of them will work, right? Let's see, I think last time I probably did the rebel thing. I could outthink her, sure. When it comes to strategy, I've got more experience under my belt than she'd have. I can outthink her, should it come to that. Exactly!
Definitely.
You know, I'm proud of you. You've come so far from the Walker family curse days when you blame all your misfortunes on fickle fate. Instead, you're diving in and trying to strangle fate with its own strings. And I want you to know, win or lose, I'll still be here.
BFFs for life.
I'm your best friend, arcade or no arcade. And even if you lose this place, you'll always have a home. I'll make you pizza bagels and give you a shoulder to cry on. And all the cartoons I can watch too? Can I have a blankie, a hot cocoa, and a 6-season box set of animated antics to go with that shoulder? You know it! Okay, I'm sufficiently cheered up thanks to your infectious spirit. Now get out there and let him have it, Tiger. Rawr. I'm ready to leave. No sense putting it off any longer. I talked to everyone that I wanted to. I gathered as much information as I could. I'm just delaying the inevitable at this point. It's time to do this. For the sake of my future, my dreams, my friends' dreams, and Arcady McArcade face itself. I take Teo's hand in mine as a soft smile curls my lips. We're ready to depart, face our destiny, together. I should have saved Teo for last. Although I don't think you can. I think he's like your love interest is always the first person who talks to you. It's a short trip across town, and before we know it, we're standing outside Ghost Monsters HQ, a rundown warehouse in the bad side of town. A wooden sign, long since fallen off the side of the building, identifies it as belonging to Nostalgia Commodities Incorporated. This place isn't too bad. Just added a few doilies, some curtains, and maybe a couple of rose bushes out front. Then we can host a myriad of tea parties here. I don't know why they wouldn't keep up on the upkeep. Can you think of a better place for a street gang to lay low? Odds are Deco owns this building anyway. Correct! Nostalgia Commodities Incorporated is a wholly owned subsidiary of Deco's Palace LLC. Yeesh, that adds another step to this dance routine. I can't imagine Sue would easily give up her turf, especially when the rent is free. But don't falter, my love. I'm here. I'm cheering you on. As the leader, I'll let you take charge, but if I notice an inn, I got your back. Let's not waste any more time. I don't know, you seemed to like it quite a lot when I took the lead. Back at that dance lesson, that was hot. I sigh once, looking over at my companion. I'm sure glad I'm not going at this alone. I'm nervous for sure, but I know what I have to do. I settle down on my crutches, armpits resting on the padding as I prepare to enter the belly of the beast.
Hey! Listen!
Iris? Kind of about to be in the middle of something here. I know, and I spontaneously reprogrammed myself to include a new measurable metric which should be useful for your mission. I call it the Incredibly Right Indicator of Success, or IRIS for short. Hey, when you have a great acronym already, you may as well use it. I'm going to start analyzing Sue's vocal patterns once you step in there to determine how close you are to convincing her. That way you'll know if you're on the right track or if you need to try something different. Let's take a look at your current score. Currently you have a 0.0 chance of success. Yay? Well, okay, that's probably a bit disheartening, but think of it like if I walked away right now, I'd fail miserably instead of I'm doomed, doomed, doomed. But speaking of doom, well, since there is a chance you can actually fail this time, rather than be assured you can mumble your way through the problem, would you like me to back up your data first? Yes. You are now ready to proceed. Good luck! Taking a deep breath, I thump swing my way into the warehouse on my crutches with my companion beside me. I kind of want to see what happens if I fail. Like, I want to, intentionally fail this. I don't know what I expected to find in entering the lair of a notorious gang of cybercriminals, but a makeshift arcade that rivals my own was not high on the list. If this is a dumping ground of a warehouse for Deco's industry, it makes sense, though. A place where old arcade games go to die, turned into a playland for punks. A disorganized maze of games litters the ground floor, poorly lit and barely functional. Only some of the screens are on, and many have serious ghosting and burn-in. I know I already read through all of this in my first playthrough, but since this is the last confrontation, I figure I may as well just read through it all again. Give it its proper due. Plus, that way I can spin out the time a little bit more and make this, possibly fill up the 2 hours instead of just, immediately finish the game and then be done. Although I do have another game queued up. Speaking of which, let me actually, there's still time to vote, although one of the games in my straw poll is pulling ahead, but still quite possible for another game to take the top spot before I end tonight. So let's see what happens if anybody else has not voted yet. I want to get as many votes as I can while I can. Okay. As for the ghost monsters themselves, the good news is they haven't noticed our arrival. As I look up, I can see them on the second floor in the catwalks. Huh, they seem distracted. That's good news. The bad news? They're distracted because they have a visitor.
Unfortunate. How
unfortunate. I have to say, Sue, I'm extremely disappointed in you. It's hard to get a good angle from down here, hidden in the shadows, but it sounds like the old man's ranting at his daughter in his usual passive-aggressive way. I could stay hidden and eavesdrop on their conversation, gather some more information, or I could announce myself and barge in on them. Both are risky. Which makes the most sense for how I'm going to handle the negotiation we're about to have, though. Well, last time we eavesdropped, but I was going for a gutsy approach, so that failed. Right now I'm doing quirky and kindly. I figure maybe eavesdropping will work this time. Curious. Maybe not. Hang on.
Pay it. Am I not?
Is there any, hang on. I just want to see if there's like
You understand.
if I can skip. Okay, never mind. So let's, okay. Let's instead go in large and in charge.
You understand? Yes.
I bet maybe eavesdropping might actually work if I was doing like God, I can never remember the name of that one quality, the blue one with the scales. That's the only one I can never remember. All I want from you is so very, very little. Just destroy Arcady McArcadeface. Why is it so hard to do what your father wants? Yes, Dad. Sorry, Dad. Yeah, I'm not a fan of all their family psychodrama, and frankly, it bores me. I'm not here to play therapist, I'm here to kick ass! What I need to do is make a lasting impression on Sue, show her that I mean business. Which is admittedly a bit difficult to do while on crutches. So rather than charge up there, I start banging my crutch against the handrail of the stairs leading to her gathering. Ghost monsters! That's a good sound effect. Oh, ghost monsters! Come out to play! It's time to make amends for what you did to Arcady McArcadeface. Damn, that feels good. Right in line with my usual style. Huh? If I wanted a reaction, I got one. Immediately, two of our goons flank us, ready to pummel us into human goo, before Sue raises a hand to stop them, and I sigh in relief. Come on up, come! I wasn't really prepared to entertain guests, don't got a pot of tea boiling, but why not? Mi casa, su casa. Sue's weirdly cheerful about this development, while Deco clearly is the opposite of amused. Now's the time to use this moment to my advantage, and I know just what to say. Deco, buddy! Long time no see. It's been, what, hours? Deco, buddy, pal! How's tricks? Gosh, it's been so long. It feels like just this morning you were at my arcade threatening me, and now here we are. What a coincidence! Deco's face twists into a grotesque blend of anger and fear. What in the hell? I can't be seen here. If any record ends up online... Jeez, Dad, relax. Clyde? On cue, Clyde steps out from the shadows, their fingers dancing over their phone as they concentrate on the screen. Both of them have phones. One has an Iris Assistant loaded. We're blocking their outgoing data streams. There should be no verifiable data evidence of this conversation uploaded anywhere. I can't stop Sky's Iris from hearing you, but I can hijack her account if you need me to, so we can manually wipe her memory. Just say the word. We'll see. Thanks, Clyde. Clyde nods in agreement, backing out of the spotlight. Happy now, Dad? You're clear. Quit freaking out.
As you like.
Not that it matters. My business with this Ms. Walker is already concluded. I was more than courteous to you, and you spat in my face. It's clear we will never see eye to eye, and I have nothing more to say to you. Actually, we're not here to talk to you. I came here tonight to have a chat with... Wait for it. Your daughter. Timing is everything. How did you...
Well, you're a resourceful one. A squeaky clean arcade industry titan can't let anyone know about his hooligan daughter, can he? No. So I've had to keep that under wraps. Good work sleuthing it out.
Thanks.
But I can't say I'm impressed that you came here after you told me to off.
Well, I did kick them out of the arcade. That won't be a point in my favor right now.
You know, I tried to play nice with you. I tried to explain how it was nothing personal. The chaos we were causing for you. And you were super rude about it. Totally rude.
It's not like I chose to wreck your arcade. I didn't have a choice, as you probably figured out. Honestly, I liked your arcade. It ruled. But I don't like a no-fun jerk, and you're absolutely a no-fun jerk. Absolutely, totally, completely no fun. Oh, really? You're talking to the queen of goof right here. No fun is the exact wrong word to describe me. So why exactly should I give a flying bleep what you have to say? Precisely. I see your game, Ms. Walker. It's as obvious as the sad little strategic moves you've made so far to keep your arcades afloat. Sadly, nothing you say or do will save Arcady McArcadeface from my inevitable takeover. This is simply how the industry works. Now, Sue, it's time you finish what you started. Sue shifts her attention from her father back to me. It's hard to read what she's thinking, but I have to think of something to calm the tension. I step forward, my fists clenched, ready. Before words escape me, someone is by my side. Whoa, slow down there, tough guy. You being here is totally cramping your daughter's style. Right, Sue? We need to liven this party up. Let's bring in some music, a catered buffet, drinks, and maybe kick your dad out.
Seriously? If you think you could come here and convince my daughter to turn on me, you're sorely mistaken. Sue knows I'm the only thing standing between her and numerous jail sentences. My power, my money, my presence. She knows I'm the one she can rely on at all times. Without me, what is she? Just a simple thief with simple friends.
The ghost monsters exchange glances with each other, frowning and rolling their eyes. But they don't utter a word or move against Echo. They clearly want to pounce, but hold themselves back.
But I understand and support her. I appreciate her nefarious talents and nurture them. Oh, and I also put a roof over her head, feed her, and clothe her. I spare no expense. In other words, she knows that I made her, and I can unmake her at a moment's notice. After all, Father knows best. Father knows all. And in the world of arcades, Dekonami knows and controls all. You can't stop that. You can't fight it. And you can't win. Sue, if you would kindly show our friend the exit, as forcefully as you like, perhaps make a game of it. See if your buddies can wreck the other leg.
Ugh. Seriously? Vindictive much? Do it. Ugh, fine. Inky, Pinky, bounce them both. With a flick of the wrist, Sue gestures for her buddies to make us into street pizza. This is it. This is the moment. I need to say something that will convince Sue to do the impossible, to flip on her control freak father. And it has to be something absolutely true to my core, to who I've become as a person. Hang on. I wonder what happens. I wonder if I can fail this. It's time for Skywalker to pull one more rabbit out of a hat. Can I even... I'm not sure I've got the mindset for bold strategy. Kicking this back to her and then trying to overcome whatever challenge she gives me isn't my thing. Oh, okay. Nope, I don't have the guts to call her out, or rather, she'd see right through my lack of absolute confidence and laugh it off. It would take the patience of a saint and the empathy of an angel to make that work, which just isn't me. Come on, where's the fun in that? I came to battle and I challenge you to a pizza bagel eating contest. I smile confidently at Sue. How about, instead of having the ghost monsters here pummeling us into street pizza, we have a sort of pizza-adjacent challenge. The cogs turn in Sue's mind as she glares at me quizzically. She waves at the ghost monsters to stop their advance, and they immediately relax out of their fighting stance. Oh? And what do you have in mind? I, Sky, Cursebreaker, Arcade Lover, first of my name, challenge you, Sue Nami, cybercriminal, badass punk, heir to the Nami estate, to a pizza bagel eating contest. Sue bursts out laughing, but when she locks eyes with me, she knows I'm serious. Oh, for real? As real as it gets. She brings her finger to her lip, toying with the idea, letting it linger on her mouth. My palms are sweating, awaiting her response. Truly, this is the best shot I have. I'm not much of a strategic thinker. I lack the moxie to fight her outright, and I've never had an eloquence with emotional words. I'm all about eccentricity and having a good time. And if an eating contest with one of my favorite foods doesn't scream fun, then I have nothing left to offer. Not to mention, over the last few months, I've consumed so many pizza bagels that my stomach is an iron fortress. Sue's still contemplating the challenge when something interrupts both of our thinking. Sounds like your stomach wants this more than you do. The ghost monsters snicker behind her, and I can't lie, it's been a while since I last ate. I'm hungry to win. Haha! I like your spirit, Sky, and I've given it a good think. Let me just say that I'm totally down for it. Let's do this. I breathe relief while Deco huffs annoyance. This is ludicrous. This is absolute madness. Sue, this is my choice.
I run the show, not you.
Chill it, Pops. This is my house, and in my house we play by my rules. And my rules 100% include competitive eating. That shuts Deco up promptly. He grumbles, crossing his arms in defiance. It's hard to tell which is the child and which is the adult at this point. Sue turns her attention back to me. This'll be no walk in the park, Sky. Oh, no. It's not going to be a regular competition of whoever eats the most pizza bagels wins. I didn't expect it to be easy. Good. So this won't shock you when I tell you we are playing until someone pukes. You heard me, Sky. This is for all the guts and glory. Meaning, if you vomit before I do, you'll ditch Deco and join me? Yep, and if you throw up first, your ass is out the door with nothing. As revolting as that sounds, I don't really have a choice. I sort of put myself in this situation, and honestly, I'm not worried. This is my strength. There is no time for doubt anymore. These were my terms originally. Sue just took it to the next level. I nod to her. Excellent. Now, Clyde, if you'll step forward. Clyde, dear, would you... It would be my pleasure to eat these pizza bagels in your honor. What? My challenge is with you, Sue, not one of your ghost monsters. No offense, Clyde. None taken. But I'll gladly do whatever Sue wishes of me.
No helping it.
Yeah, hashtag sorry not sorry. I'm like super lactose intolerant. I can't consume a drop of dairy without instantly throwing it back up. And that's not much of a fair fight, Sky. So, Clyde here would be my mouth. Oh, that's bullshit. I grumble in complaint, but still, there's no turning back now. Denying Sue would just make her dislike me and turn back over to Deco. Sure, it's fine. Also, did I forget to mention that Clyde can eat anyone under the table? I've seen them consume more food than humanly possible. Go figure, like, the little one is the big eater. Sheepishly, Clyde looks to the floor and smiles weakly. You did forget that part. I shrug reluctantly, and Sue takes that as an indicator to start things up. Alright, punch it, Clyde! Clyde takes out their phone and, using their index finger, taps the middle of the screen. It's a second of pure silence before I hear a mechanical whirling from a distance. Whirling? I feel the ground shake as I watch the floor beneath us separate and a platform rises from the depths. Whoa. I think this is my other favorite song in this game. Fog billows up around the platform in a dramatic fashion, and colorful spotlights illuminate the catwalks. Once the theatrics die down and my eyes adjust, I note 2 tables have been moved to place nearby. One is plain, nothing but chairs surround it. The other is draped in a fancy silk tablecloth and covered in pizza bagels. Mounds upon mounds of pizza bagels, all matter of kinds and flavors. Where'd you get that many? It's such short notice to just have pizza bagels lying around? I mean, probably. It's more than my taste buds can handle. But how? What? You don't think I'm always prepared for an eating competition? Ha! We do these every Thursday night. Plus my buddies are in the drama club. They can quickly move set decoration around like, whoa. Everyone's laughing. Even Deco cracks a grin, save for me and Teo, who exchange awkward glances. Now, without any further interruptions... A la cuisine! Bite into a pizza bagel, dramatically. Clyde smoothly slides over to the bountiful feast, ready to begin. Meanwhile, I stumble along on my crutches, trying to keep up with him. Sue commandingly sits at the head of the table so she can watch everything. She leans back confidently, her arms resting behind her head. Her smirk hasn't left her lips since we started. Clyde quickly picks up a plate and, with no regard to flavor, slides an armful of the little delicacies onto their dish. A couple even topple off the edge and fall onto the floor. Once filled to the brim, Clyde turns around and sits down at the table. It's my turn now, and looking over the choices, I feel a pang of anxiety. I have a decision to make, and there are too many delicious choices. Which one do I take? Do I take my favorite one? If I lose, then I'll never be able to consume that kind of pizza bagel again. Or do I take one of the less palatable ones? What if I'm too grossed out and end up gagging on them midway through the competition? My hand shakes, hovering over the pizza bagels. I make a snap decision and my hand reaches out for... Ooh. Hawaiian. We gotta go with the pineapple. I don't care what the internet thinks. You can have pineapple on a pizza bagel and it's completely normal. Yeah! Damn right! After I fill up my plate with Hawaiian pizza bagels, making sure it's roughly the same amount as Clyde's, I make my way back to the table. The only empty spot is a clear invitation for me, and I sit my butt down next to Clyde. Looking around at the completion of people beside me, this is either the strangest family dinner or the best poker table I've ever been at. I'm envisioning like a Last Supper-style tableau. You could cut the tension with a knife. Luckily, Sue shatters the mood by hitting the table with her fist. Good golly, took you long enough, Sky. Clyde here looked like they were ready to take a nap waiting for you to fill up. A series of metal catwalks and platforms aren't exactly easy to navigate on crutches, but I'm here now, and I'm ready to win. Don't go counting your chicken pizza bagels before they hatch. Clyde, any last words before your face is stuffed full of microwavable meals? I won't let you down, Sue. I'm glad to hear it. What about you, Sky? Last words are for fools who haven't eaten enough. Less talking, more eating. I won't waste valuable calorie time with words. Oh yeah, nailed it. Smooth, real diplomatic. But I tire of all this yapping. On the countdown from 3, we start. 3, 2, 1. Eat! In one smooth movement, my hands reach and grab pizza bagel after pizza bagel and shovel them into my mouth. As I chow down, the Hawaiian flavor explodes in my mouth. The tang of the tomato sauce combines with the gooey bagel, a semi-nutritious form of edible heaven and hell. But I don't have time to sit and savor, I need to chew as quickly as possible. Man, I want pizza bagels now. That's what I should have done. I should have, like, grabbed a box of pizza bagels and, like, cooked them, like, for a stream of this game. That'd be great. I continue the motions of mastication, and I realize my mouth is insanely dry. It's getting harder and harder to chew with nothing moving it up. It's good water. I look up to Sue and make a motion with my free hand for a drink. Oh, silly me. How could I forget the water? Pinky, get these fine people some water. Pinky hastily brings us huge red plastic cups and places them down in front of us. My jaw aches with the chomping and I gladly welcome the liquid. Taking the cup in hand, Is it actually water? I'm wondering. We'll drink the water. I lift the cup to my mouth and drink some water. Not too much, but just enough to lubricate the insides of my mouth. I feel refreshed and it's become twice as easy to chew, too. It feels like it's been forever, but it couldn't have been more than several minutes. As I stuff more eatables into my body, my tummy's already feeling it. But it feels like success. This is barely a dent in my iron inside, and I could eat like this all day long. The remaining pile of pizza bagels still in front of me doesn't even matter. I'm not slowing down, not for an instant. Sizing up Clyde's plate, we're neck and neck. They're slightly shocked that I'm able to keep the pace, but they give me a friendly nod as we continue the onslaught of our stomachs. Clyde's a sweetheart. I like them. Sue watches us intently, and glee spreads over her entire face. The ghost monsters are cheering on Clyde, whose eyes haven't really left Sue. Their entire concentration is focused on her. Just from their dedication, I can tell that Clyde cares for Sue, or else why else would they be doing all this for her? You don't just go through horrible indigestion for the bleeps of it. My eyes move from Clyde and Sue to Teo, who's rooting for me. I feel our hearts connect at this moment, and I wink as I push more tiny treats into my hole. However, it's not long. What? It's not before long that Sue has something to say. It's not long before Sue has something to say. This is great. I mean, really, watching you both shove food into your faces is priceless. You both look like little pizza chipmunks. It'd be really cute except for the sauce and cheese smeared all across your faces. Clyde, you even have it in your hair. How is that even possible? Clyde shrugs, their mouth too full to respond. As I was saying, it's great, but it's really missing something. Something more unconventional. I'm no normal lady, so this is no normal eating competition. So I had Inky prepare you a little something. Inky? Inky comes over carrying 3 covered silver platters and places them on the table before us. One by one, he lifts the cover to reveal something truly revolting. One platter has completely burnt Bates pizza bagels to a crisp. Gross. The second one has raw pizza bagels, the uncooked slime glistening in the light. Super gross. Now, if they were raw, they'd be frozen, right? Oh, okay. The final plate is completely frozen pizza bagels. The crystals in the freezer burn sparkle wildly. Super duper gross. I make disgusted faces in between bites of the normal pizza bagels at the entourage of gross newcomers. And if Clyde is at all disgusted, they aren't showing it. Once the damage is done, Inky sits back down at the family table. Now this'll make things way more interesting. Sky, to continue in this food competition, you'll have to choose one of these options and consume all of them. If you don't pick one, I'll take that as you giving up, forfeiting the win. You'll have to pack your bags and limp your loser ass home. Sue giggles as I'm completely at her will. Taking a closer look though, there's only 12 of them. It's not that bad, right? I can stomach this. Because hey, since I'm a generous gal, I'll even let you have first choice. Clyde doesn't seem to react to anything Sue throws at him. They keep on chewing, completely and utterly focused. Come now, we don't have all day. Make your decision, Sky. Sue throws her head back and laughs. This amuses her all too greatly. Just the thought of all these makes my stomach start to turn. I look at Sue, then back to my plate, then back to Sue, and then finally at Teo, pleadingly. That all looks delicious! I look at Teo quizzically. Just imagine it as the best pizza bagels you'll ever taste. Look at it, dripping with flavor, so yummy! I shrug and nod at Teo. He's got a valid point. Mind if a matter does exist. Just have to pretend. Yeah! If you believe, anything is possible. Eat them doggies. Bagels. Hush in the peanut gallery. No help, please. Sue tries to undo it, but it's too late. I'm already inspired. I can do this. Don't think too hard about it. I just have to go with what my gut says. Just as I finish up the last of the bagels on my plate, I reach for the next plate. I'll pick the burnt ones. Because I actually like rather overdone pizza. I like my pizza to be toasty. Maybe not burnt, but we'll go with the burnt. There is a method to my madness, I swear. While not the most tasty, burnt food is easy to digest. Good point. Oops. The proteins are already denatured at this point, making the gastrointestinal tract to absorb it and move it along quicker. I choose the burnt little pizzas and pop them into my mouth. They taste singed, but I simply chew them up and swallow. Ah, wise choice, Sky. I just hope you don't vomit. Or do I? Sue's taunt means nothing. This doesn't even slow me down. I'm so glad I paid attention to all those cooking shows Juniper and I watched until the wee hours. I look over to Clyde. They swipe up the frozen ones and begin tackling them. I can see Clyde struggle with the toughness of the frigid bites, but perseveres nonetheless. The untrained eye might not notice, but I catch Clyde wince every time they bite down. My stomach continues to fill, and I feel it more with every bite. I worry how much of this I can actually take before I burst. But I can't give up, not when so much rides on this. At a synchronous movement, Clyde and I pick up the last pizza bagel on our plate and chomp down hard in unison. We exchange glances, and even though we're pitted against each other, I feel some camaraderie with them. Spelled wrong. It's still too early to tell just whose stomach will come out on top, or rather, stay in. Sue notes it as I defiantly lock eyes with her. I continue chewing until the last bite. Meh, that challenge was a real yawner. Which means I gotta spice up this next challenge. Literally. Oh no. I was afraid of this. Blinky, bring forth the hot sauce. Blinky stands up, producing a giant bottle of hot sauce from his pockets and slams it on the table. If I wasn't worried before, I am now. As you can see, this is a one-of-a-kind condiment. Ghost Monster Pepper Hot Sauce is over 1 jillion units on the Scoville heat scale. That's not a real number. This is the kind of sauce that's so hot it goes back in time and kills your ancestors. Only the bravest souls dare attempt to consume it. While you were otherwise detained, I had Blinky whip you up a batch of pizza bagels toasted and stuff. On cue, Blinky stacks another plate of pizza bagels in front of me and Clyde. They're drenched in the red viscous liquid dripping off the plate. The ratio of hot sauce to pizza bagel is not forgiving. They're practically more sauce than bagel at this point. Aw, don't be shy now. They aren't that bad. Honest. I gulp audibly before taking one in my hand. Clyde and I toast the bagels to each other before we say goodbye to our taste buds. Instantly, my entire mouth is aflame. It's hot. Really, really hot. Not in the, oh, it's a hot summer's day. Oh no. It's like my lips are literally on fire. Chewing is barely an option as my eyes water and I open my mouth, hoping for a rush of cool air to find its way in. That only makes it worse. My cheeks flush and every millisecond becomes more painful than the previous. I told you it wasn't for the faint of heart. But like I've said, I'm not a mean person, not like my dear old dad. So, I'll give you some options to cool down your mouth. Blinking back tears, I barely see Blinky bring us a plethora of options and set them in front of us. See? I provided you with some more water, a glass of milk, a couple of slices of bread, and freshly squeezed lemon juice. Enjoy! The spice is getting to my head. I feel dizzy and the pain is reaching excruciating levels. Knowing Sue, not all of these options will necessarily help me. She wants me to spew my guts, and if that means from pain, well, she plays to win. But there is one thing I know that will instantly cool down my mouth, and I reach for the, milk! Milk helps with spice. Nothing extinguishes a mouth fire faster than a glass of milk. Milk molecules bind to the spice molecules and wash it all away. It's science. At least I think that's the science behind it. I grab the glass of milk and swish it around in my mouth. Instantly, I feel relief. The same can't be said for Clyde, however. Sweat drips down their face and I can see them falter. They may be able to eat me under a table, but spice isn't their strong suit. Finally, I gulp down the final hot sauce-drenched pizza bagel as remnants of heat still linger in my mouth. But I haven't hurled chunks yet. I'm still not giving up. Not on myself, not on the hopes and dreams of everyone from Arcady McArcade Face. Lifting my hand, I wipe the crumbs from my face and look Sue dead in the eyes. You can't break me. I've endured worse for most of my life, and you think a little food challenge is going to stop me? My mental strength and endurance will overpower my stomach. There is no way I'll even let the thought of losing enter my mind. A wry smile bends the corners of Sue's mouth. Well, 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 look who's finally come up for air. You've been so focused on eating that you haven't even said a word. I applaud your attempt to goad me, but I ain't about to fall for your viperine tongue. Is that even a word? I gotta give you credit though, this just keeps getting better and better, and really, I'm highly entertained. I honestly can't remember the last time I had this much fun. Clyde, when was the last time we had this much fun? Exactly 173 days ago. That's right! But let's not get too carried away in fond memories. We're in the here and the now, and no one's puked yet, and I really want to see that. So, I've got one last challenge to make that magical moment happen. You know what they say about not exercising right after a meal, right? Well, put on those workout clothes because it's time to fight to get fit. Gotta burn off all the excess calories. My stomach groans in defense. I'm slightly relieved that I don't have to shove any more pizza bagels down my gullet. But I'm more distraught that the next phase in the challenge is extreme movements with a gut full of food. I remember seeing the poor fools at the pool who went swimming right after chowing down a hearty meal. It wasn't a pretty sight. The cramping, the bloating, me jumping in to save them. Gosh, I sure hope Sue doesn't reveal a swimming pool underneath this arcade. Hey, Greshstar! I know, right? And if this wasn't bad enough, I'm still recovering from being shot. But I'm still on crutches. Doctor said I'm supposed to take it easy. You don't think I can't see that? It's not like I'm going to force you to run a marathon or divert a river or any other Herculean task. I know your limitations and so should you, yeah? Because I'm just the nicest person, I'm going to let you choose the exercise. I don't care what you decide so long as you're moving that body. I'm not sure if that's being nice or sadistic. Sue winks at me.
I run the show, not you.
6 of one, half a dozen of another. But can you blame me? You come here to my house, you play by my rules. And that's that. I can't really argue on that one, but my stomach can. It hasn't stopped complaining about the gastrointestinal abuse I've been putting it through. You've had quite a break with us all just chatting away. Enough of a rest to settle that tummy of yours. Now shut up and move. Both Clyde and I stand up from the table. I hobble my way to a more open space. There aren't any weights or exercise bikes for me to use, so I'll just have to make it up on the fly. Once I get into the spot, I take a deep breath, preparing myself mentally and physically for this challenge. As if dropping the mic, I cast off my crutches. They hit the floor with a resounding clank. Alright, here goes nothing. Oh gosh, what should I do? I feel like that's probably the safest option. I picked squats, but that's hard. I mean, I did just get, like, my leg probably is gonna protest that one. Burpees and jumping jacks seem like the suicidal option. Let's try plank. Carefully, I lower myself into a push-up position. I keep my body straight and my abs tight. Wait, isn't that a dead meme? Although it can't be easy on your gut. Okay, I'll allow it. Holding the position is easy enough on my injured leg, and I have a minimal discomfort there. The true challenge is what's going on with my abdomen. It's all about core strength for this exercise, and tightening those muscles is making my stomach hurt. Feeling my abs push back against my stomach, there's just not enough space in my torso. But all things considered, I'm holding on. It's not unbearable yet. I can endure. I notice Clyde is just mirroring my movements and keeping at my pace. Any other day, I'd be down for a more traditional plank off, but I'd like an empty stomach and healed leg first. Glancing over at my competitor, our eyes carry the same weight. We've come this far, and we're still holding on, whether it's out of pride, strength, or a mix of both, we can't tell. We are here. The whole world just blurs away from this moment. Deco, Teo, the Ghost Monsters, and the arcade. It's just me, Sue, and Clyde. And stop! Clyde and I face Sue, and stop moving. From behind her back, Sue produces one more pizza bagel and holds it out to us. The final one. The room is dead silent. It takes a moment for my brain and my GI tract to fully comprehend what happened. There's no way I could eat another one. My insides howl in distress, and as I look at Clyde, I can tell they're suffering too. We exchange nervous glances and weakly reach out to Sue. We're barely keeping it together. We both feel it now, the pain in our guts, the anxiety of losing, the worry of spewing all over everything. Come on, someone better barf soon. What's the hold up? My stomach gurgles audibly as I feel bile crawl slowly up my esophagus. My mouth waters as I hunch over. I am about to burst. I open my mouth. Oh, Clyde. And close it up again. Clyde horks all over the floor. The thought of one more pizza bagel was too much for them. Everybody takes 1d6 splash damage. I recoil, trying to calm my own gag reflex from mirroring Clyde. I can't help but feel sorry for them, but better them than me. Oof, yeah. Vomit chain reaction is a thing. I'm sorry, Sue, I'm... The vomitus just doesn't stop, and the ghost monsters rush over to help their companion. Oh, jeez. Clyde, you gonna be okay? Clyde gives a thumbs up towards Sue before retreating to take 5 and get some water. Iron stomach much? That was a blast. Are you always this much fun to be around? I weakly nod, wiping a little drool from the corner of my mouth. Now then, if we are quite done with the ridiculous schoolyard fun and games, you think she would have at least supplied some, like, buckets to throw up into? Also, I realize, belatedly, I should have given a trigger warning for vomit, because I know that's a problem for some people. Sorry. Ooh, yeah. I'd be okay with either one of those. Yeah, we're done here. I decided to help out Sky.
A win's a win, and a deal's a deal.
What?
You know, you've been honest with me and willing to put up with a staggering amount of my childish bull. That shows character. Shows strength. Shows a hell of a lot more strength of character than my father's ever managed, in fact. I think we can do business. You want to save your arcade? I've got the evidence you need to stick Daddy Dearest behind bars for the rest of his life. Every dirty deal I've ever helped him carry out, and believe you me. That's a lot of extremely filthy, filthy deeds.
You can't do this. I forbid it. You are my daughter, and if I go down, you're coming with me.
Really? I think I can spin this entire mess as your fault.
Nice job. Yeah, I think you're the only person who's voted on Papa and Yo so far.
I'd like to see you try, you ignorant brat. You're a career criminal, incorrigible to the end. What possible proof could you offer up of your innocence?
Sue snaps her fingers and points to my phone.
Oh, Iris. Would you kindly?
Sure thing, Miss Sue. From my speaker, a perfect audio recording of Deco's earlier self-incriminating words.
Sue knows I'm the only thing standing between her and numerous jail sentences. My power, my money, my presence. But I understand and support her. I appreciate her nefarious talents and nurture them. She knows that I made her, and I can unmake her at a moment's notice.
Golly, that sure smells like corruption of a minor and blackmail to me. And once I do my hair and pigtails and offer a jury big puppy dog eyes, oh, my mean old dad forced me into a life of crime. Well, what do you think happens next?
One of the percentages is 102%? Is it really? Let me check the results there. Oh god, you're right. What the heck? What is this, Castlevania? No, that's impossible. You said you blocked all recording devices. I said I couldn't block Iris from functioning, just block her from uploading her recordings anywhere. She was still listening this whole time. You can go ahead and remove the data block now, Clyde. Already done. I've also uploaded a press kit based on our Dekonami archives to 5 major newspapers, 11 websites, ESPN Esports Center, and HGTV. Home and Garden Television? I figured the two guys from Arcade Flippers might be interested. I really like that show. With that settled, Sue turns a smug, satisfied smile towards her doomed father.
Welcome to the Ides of March, Dad. You want to get me in trouble too? You feel free. At worst, I'll do a year or two in juvie. But you're gonna bleed out on the floor by the time I'm through.
Inky? Blinky? Yeah, boss? Show my father the door. Gently. Don't leave any marks, at least.
No! No! This is completely unacceptable! I am your father! I'm Dekonami! I am the arcade business!
I am your father. Inky and Blinky easily restrain Deco by the arms, but I just can't let him go without having my 2 cents. I think we already said that one, so I can't use that one again. You know what? Let's do this one. Game over, Deco. You lose. I put on an expression so smug it could smother a city. Game over, Deco. You lose.
You impudent, insignificant little...
Are you still here? Not for long.
I haven't lost. I can still fight this. I can still...
I want you guys all to know that that's Mark Meer, aka Commander Shepard's voice actor. I actually have not played Mass Effect, but and when I do, I'm planning on playing it as FemShep, but yeah, that's very funny to me. And the ghost monsters remove Deco from our sights. Instantly, the entire atmosphere of the place changes, as if a great weight has lifted. I couldn't be more relieved, and I relaxed into a sigh. Not gonna lie, the next few days will be interesting, to say the least. I think you better stay at my place. My parents won't mind at all. Yeah, I'm gonna need to hide out until the heat's off. Maybe practice batting my eyelashes at a weak-willed jury box full of concerned parents, too. Sue blinks in astonishment. Oh right, Sky, you're still here. You were pretty cool in the end, I gotta admit. 7 out of 10, minimum. I don't know if we'll ever be friends exactly, but you've got my respect.
I'll keep my promise. The public will know Deco hired a gang to go after you. That should exonerate your arcade as a victim of his shady dealings. So, we square?
Yep, we're also triangle and circle. Square? We're square, circle, rhombus, and octagon. We're up, up, down, down, left, right, BA square.
Sweet.
Good comeback.
Did we do it? Did we really save the day?
You didn't really do much, Teo, to be honest. Well, I guess you kind of did. You did give me the pep talk at the gross pizza. I'm pretty sure we did, but just in case, pinch me.
Oh, right here? Right now? In front of all of these people? Don't you want me to wait to save that for when we're at home? Alone?
Love it when he talks to me like that. Teo, I only meant that in case I was still dreaming.
If this is a dream, I never want to wake up. I just want to be here with you. Happy and in love.
Aww. Then let's enjoy this moment together.
Yeah. Together. Forever.
You're so cute. The next few days passed by in a blur. That morning, we had press crowding around the doors of the arcade before we'd even opened. Sue's care package of bad news that went up the wire caught their attention. Ms. Walker! Ms. Walker! Is it true that Dekonami organized a gang hit on your arcade? How do you respond to allegations that Dekonami is involved in an international counterfeit plush doll prize ring? What is your relationship with the Ghost Monsters? Have you heard any of the allegations of child abuse? Have you seen Mrs. DeFame's article talking about the incident, praising your professionalism? I gave so many interviews that day that I lost my voice. Fortunately, Teo was on hand to keep me hydrated and encourage me onward. Everybody loved to see a fallen family entertainment icon. It made them feel self-righteous, and Dekonami was now square in the crosshairs. It didn't matter that the official police response was a generic "we are still investigating these claims." The court of public opinion had decided Deco's palace was doomed. The final crushing blow came at a televised press conference 3 days later.
These obvious falsehoods generated by jealous business rivals and lying children merely go to show how the powerful are routinely targeted for harassment. Furthermore, what? No! Unhand me immediately! I'm innocent in these matters! Innocent!
That face. And we never saw him again. Seriously, after the arrest, he just up and vanished from the public eye. It's honestly a bit creepy. I was at least expecting a trial or something.
He told me that if I didn't commit all those crimes, he'd take away my food. I never wanted to be a hacker. I just like computers. I wanted to get a computer degree and get a normal job like anyone else.
Largely a line of hokum, but it was good to see Sue breaking away from Deco's influence all the same. Who knows? Maybe Sue was ready to turn over a new leaf and go straight after all. The Deco's Palace Board of Directors unanimously voted to eject him, given he just vanished into the guts of the judicial system. Oh, the arcade empire reestablished is still out there. It's still powerful, still tacky as heck, and still a menace to small arcades like ours. But without his guiding vision, it's largely treading water. Who knows? Maybe one day the traditional arcades will overtake what he left behind. As for Arcady McArcadeface, mixing booze with hot fighting action is a tricky balancing act, to be sure. We've had a few scrapes and brushes with the law, but that's only bolstered our mystique in the gaming underground as the place to go for intense competitive gaming action. Queen Bee and Teo were in heaven, of course. It's exactly the party place they'd always hoped for.
You know, Matt, having conquered both donuts with books and booze with tokens, maybe it's time to expand to new horizons.
Water slides with wineries, mini golf with margaritas, bingo with brewskis.
The sky's the limit when it comes to inadvisably mixing leisurely liaisons with various vices.
Oh gosh, I love these two.
What?
The sky's the limit when it...
Hang gliding with hangovers.
On second thought, I think we just found the limit.
Hey, that is the sky.
Oh.
But the arcade in the end is less important than the people who call it home. Woo! Teo ending! With the combined powers of Teo and Michelle, they made Dance Game the most successful arcade rhythm game since Showtime Stage. Look at his sparkles. Teo was able to breathe life into a new community, and with that he brought them to Arcady McArcade Face. We have the biggest dancing game scene in the whole world, and people travel from all over for tournaments and fun. Heck, we even have 4 dance game cabinets at Arcady McArcade Face, and it's never empty. And even though Dance Game is all that jazz, I often find Teo in the back of the arcade dancing his heart out on Showtime Stage. Never not Showtime Stage, right, Teo?
It's an oldie, but a goodie. It has my heart, but certainly not as much as you do. Remember when we first met and I asked you to dance?
How could I ever forget?
Well, are you up for a round? Wanna hop on up and show me your moves? Just like how we used to back at the Funplex.
Shit, yeah!
So, may I have this dance?
I thought you'd never ask. Let's dance until the sun sets, until the end of our days. I'll always be your dance partner. Aww. Iris explained to me that irises, being adaptive software, eventually become more and more like their users. My fun-loving attitude was infectious enough to infect Iris as well. She's been practicing her sense of humor recently.
Maybe I can convince humanity to accept AI through humor. One day, I'll put a caption on a cat that's so funny, human society will universally crown me as the new queen of memes.
I like this plan. Naomi kept Arcady McArcade Face going for years and years. This was her dream, to find a cozy little place she could call home and maintain her beloved old games for the rest of her life. I was only too happy to help that dream come true. But as time goes on, it's going to get harder and harder to keep these great classics alive and kicking. But I'm ready. I'm excited. And I've got a few tricks up my sleeve for keeping the spirit of the arcade going forever. Eventually, she formed an online community of arcade repair enthusiasts, one which let her make a safe place to get to know others and to be part of a crowd on her own terms. With Arcady McArcade Face as their headquarters, she's really going places. Percy only had 2 years left to live. But with the success of Arcady McArcade Face and with the encouragement of all his friends, he decided that wouldn't be enough. My mind's made up. I'm going to seek more treatment. I don't want this to end. I don't want to say goodbye to you all. He'd live many years to come, thanks to a renewed push to take care of his condition. Happy years spent with all of us. As for Moopy, well, with all the time in the world, he took his time, paced himself, and eventually beat the score. Go, Percy! Although I'm honestly not sure what to do with the rest of my life. Suppose we'll just have to see when we see, hmm? When the 4 Heavenly Kings invited her to live and play at their team house, Queen Bee instantly said yes. Listen, kid, I'm sad to leave you, but I'm not gone for bleeping ever. This is my true home, and you're my family. I'm going to come back and visit. And often. And that she did. She stops by as much as her schedule allows, and even brings some other big names to the arcade. We always live stream her matches on the big screen, cheering for her all the while. This win is dedicated to Sky and everyone else at Arcady McArcade Face. I couldn't have done it without those amazing friends of mine. We always keep Fist of Discomfort warm and ready for her next visit. Through the good times and the bad, Juniper stuck by me, my BFF for life. I'm really proud of you, you know? You pulled yourself out of the tailspin your life was in. You went for it, you did it, you made it happen. I'm lucky I got to be even a small part of that. A large part of that, I'd say. I wouldn't be here now if not for you. Hey, I'll take credit if you want me to. Just call me Juniper the Life Coach. And you know I'll be in your corner until you're dead. Hopefully later rather than sooner, though. Gavin stood by us as we rose out of the ashes of Deco's onslaught, but eventually he chose to leave Arcady McArcade Face. He'd always been a bit distant, true. Perhaps he felt it was time to move on, or perhaps he didn't find what he was looking for with us. Aw, poor unromanced Gavin. We parted on good terms, and he went off to further his career somewhere else. Ashley stayed as our main floor attendant for a while, but as we got bigger, more people took notice of Ashley's Arcady McArcade Face mascot costume. One of those people worked for a big-name arcade and offered her a job to create cosplay for them. Ashley parted ways with us for that dream job. It makes sense, considering we were never that close. I just wonder if she's happy there. She has to get the pronoun change in that ending. Because we didn't spend enough time with her. Sorry, Ashley. You are actually my third choice, after Queen Bee and Teo. Love and friendship and a time of pixels and quarters. Finally, I'm home. Arcady McArcade Face. Thank you, Arcady McArcade Face. I can't say it so sincerely and not laugh. My spirit is restored and my future is bright. At last I can say, I'm having a ball. Few others can claim to have had such a wild ride as I have, and in the end, I had fun. I'm looking forward to each day to come and what antics I'll be getting up to. Because this is Arcady McArcadeface, and I'm just getting started. Woo! We are done! Let us watch the credits a little bit. Yep, Mark Beer. As much as I like this version of the theme song, I think I like the opening version better. Just because it has that nice beat drop right at the beginning. Not that I don't like this version, it's very good. Yeah, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, like I mentioned this guy in my last playthrough, Michael Whip. I went to high school with that guy. If that's the same guy I'm thinking of, I went to high school with him, and I believe not sure I forget if he ran the anime club or like he was at least a major player in the anime club at my high school. So yeah, that's cool. It's funny how people's lives kind of loop around and touch each other even when you think they're gone from your orbit. Small world, small world. Yeah, I feel like I really want to play this game some more, but probably not on stream. I would love to see the other character romances and the other endings and options and stuff. Plus, I understand there's a secret ending that you can only get if you successfully romance all the characters, or if you unlock all the routes. Plus, there's also romancing Juniper, which is hidden. So yeah, very curious to see how that goes. But yeah, let's see. So I have about 45 minutes left. Let me see my poll. Okay, so one game has gotten as many votes as all the other as all the other options on the poll, so I feel pretty confident that that one is going to end up winning, even if I do push this out to another week. So I think what I'm going to do is start that game now. So, let's see. Let me, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut stream real quick while I do that. First, let's all, of course, see the post-credits scene here. Because there is one. Oh, also, I should also check the, like, any secrets I may have unlocked. I don't think there's anything new, but... This is outrageous! I demand to speak with my lawyer. Hello? Hello? Can anyone hear me? You can't do this to me! I'm well aware of who you are. Good. Then you know I can afford a lawyer who can run circles around you, whoever you are. True, if you were officially under arrest. Technically, this facility does not exist. Neither do I. What? You can't do this. If you prefer, I could hand you over to the police. There's a cybercrime task force that's eager to get their hands on you. But if you'd like to avoid a lengthy prison sentence, I have a proposition for you. I'd like to know about a tiny, tiny little detail buried in all those leaked files your daughter posted online. Specifically, the 1980 Bleed playtests. The what? I'm afraid you have me at a disadvantage. You know damn well what I'm talking about. Sinneslotion's Pride and Joy. You hosted secret playtests of that game. Oh, those tests. Sorry, but I don't see what help I'll be. I only played a minor role. Once the test was over, the machines were shipped out to other locations. This totally matches up with the urban legend of Polybius that I mentioned last stream, because I did some research on it when I found out that it's actually a real thing. Exactly. Against our authority, Sinneslotion distributed their prototypes. And you're going to use all your connections, all your leverage, every drop of what little influence you have left to help us find our property. Polybius was our project, Mr. Nami, and we want it back. Yeah. From what I understand, the secret ending delves into that a little bit more, although I don't know anything else about it, and I don't want to spoil anything inadvertently. So yeah. Your flux capacitor is now charged. On your next playthrough, you can use your mouse wheel to scroll back and forth in time and change your most recent decisions. Also, would you like to save your character and story data from this playthrough so you can use it in any future Arcade Spirits expanded content? Yes. Now exporting data. All done. Thank you for playing. Oh, also we gotta see what the, there's Teo. Does it show Teo and Queen Bee, I'm guessing? Or will it just show the Pixel Space Invader guy? Yep, good. Yes, it shows Queen Bee as well. Excellent. Let's see. So we should have. I think we unlocked some extra stuff. Considering that I unlocked a few extra achievements. Let's see, we looked at all of these already. Yeah. Oh yeah, Phrase Invaders. God, I'm really curious now what the gutsy approach would have been if I'd picked Phrase Invaders. There's so many possibilities! Because then you get to challenge Sue to a Phrase Invaders showdown, right? So I really wonder what that would have looked like. Phrase Invaders. Inspired by Sega's Typing of the Dead, Phrase Invaders reimagines classic late 70s and early 80s space shooter games as a typing game. These similar to but legally distinct from Invaders that happen to be from space, pixel sprites are from an arcade minigame I coded many years back. One of those sprites served as the main click-to-continue icon for Arcade Spirits, as well as its unofficial mascot. It's doubtful that a game with such incredibly specialized hardware could have been legitimately released in the early 80s, but hey, it's technically a rare prototype in the world of F20 Bleep Bleep, so I have narrative plausibility. That's cool. Fucking keep, we did that. Ah, and then here's Teo. Ah, he had a little beard, little scruffiness going on. More pretty boy there. Smooshy face. That's very similar to what he ended up looking like. Adorable. Your winner. That's so good. Life success. There's just one solution to replay it all. Yeah, well, I'm gonna. Just not on stream, I think. I think I'm done streaming this game. For now. Alright. So. Okay, so I'm going to cut stream for just a moment. That'll make it easier to later export streams to YouTube, because I'm tired of like making highlights in order to do that. So I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.